Hey everyone that's hopping on. Hey everyone that's hopping on. Let's have a. Oh, it's Monday. Hey everybody that's hopping on. Hey everyone that's hopping on over on TikTok. Hey, I am just trying to get all the platforms streaming. I thought I was good to go and had everything in sync, but I missed one setting on Facebook, so I just had to restart that real quick. But hey, Miss Sharon Hall, how's it going? How's it going over there on TikTok? Let me know where you're tuning in from. And let me know if you're already a notary, because this is a safe space for notaries to chit chat and come hang out together. I am just getting everything all set up. Oh, I need some notes. Notes. I've been texting myself back and forth. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. I need a. Oh, I have tons of scrap paper over here I need to toss. Okay, let's use this. Welcome, my notary buddies. Welcome. How's it going? How is it going? I see you guys are hopping on over on TikTok, so let's go ahead. Other platforms are still doing what they're doing. They're gonna notify people. So let's go ahead and get going. I'm missing something. Move this box. There we go. Now I can see all the things. Okay, anyway, hey everybody, how's it going? I just want to welcome you here. If you are new here and not know me, my name is Ladero Wharf. I am with the Notary Know How Georgia, and I'm a Georgia notary. That's what I am. I am a Georgia notary. And what are we doing here? What am I doing here? I love to create safe spaces for my notary buddies so we can all get together and chit chat. We can learn, we can grow, right? We can do things that are best practices and start implementing in our business. And like I said, this is a safe space for my notary buddies, and I'm always happy to host this space. We're here Monday through Friday from starting approximately at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I keep on saying that and I show up closer to 7:45. I'm going to get it right one day, y'all. I'm going to get it right. But anyway, if you, like I said, if you guys are new here, welcome. If you're already an experienced notary, welcome. And if you have no idea what the heck a notary is and you just popping in to listen to some weirdo talk, some weird guy talk about making money as a notary, welcome. Everybody's welcome. So let's see who we got tuning in over here. I am over on TikTok right now. Hey, Miss Lisa Q, how's it going? Chris Vaughn, how's it going? Was this Junebug? Kimmy, how's it going? Miss Anna Joe, how's it going? Chris, Eric say Chris, and let's see. Hey, Miss Angela in Tennessee, how's it going? I see my girl Dion is on here. I appreciate you letting me role play with you earlier. I know you wanted to give me the opportunity to switch the roles around. I was trying to hurry up and type up these notes, and I had some stuff I need to get caught up on. I didn't even finish it all from my earlier appointments. Make sure I got those invoices out because I didn't follow my own rule today. As soon as I get an appointment, I create the invoice, right? Even if I send it later, I didn't create it. And so I was like, something's off today. And yeah, I didn't make those invoices, so I had to go back, get caught up on that, and also put together tonight's stream. So that was awesome. That was awesome because, last one we did was Friday, so I took all my stuff down. So on Mondays, I have to reset it all back up. So I am here now. But anyway, I appreciate you letting me come hang out with you a little bit earlier. And people are enjoying your mock calls. They are learning a ton. Let's see. This is becoming lovely. Welcome, Miss. Who is this? Miss Too Cool. I think that says Mrs. Too Cool. Here to listen and learn. Hey, Arkansas, Tennessee border. Awesome. That is cool. I need to know more people over in Arkansas. Or as I always see it before I read it, Arkansas, right? I need more people over there, right? I need to increase my notary circle. Let's see. Who else? I saw something else on here. Mimi, how's it going? Ronnie, how's it going? There it is. Star, hi from Florida, notary and apostille agent. Hey, how is it going? Everybody else, if you guys let me know where you're tuning in from as well. Let's see. YouTube, we are good to go over there. And I need to. Let's see if I can change one other setting. over on Facebook. Look, something always gets me. There we go. Okay, let me mute myself because it's going to hear a double echo. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Muted. Perfect. That way I can see, like, I have TikTok comments on the screen now. I love it. Let me actually put it on the screen behind the camera so it looks like I'm actually looking at, at least towards you guys, and you're not just constantly looking at the side of my head, because we having some issues back there today. Let's see who else we got. Who else we got? YouTube. Okay, Facebook. Dang it! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. Hey, Christy, I see you over there on Facebook. I see somebody else, but it's not showing me who you are yet. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into tonight's topic. How are you guys doing? Let me know where you're tuning in from, right? And so a few things I want to chat about tonight. Like I said, if y'all are new here and you don't know me, I am Ladera Wharf with the Notary Know How Georgia. This is a safe space for my notary buddies for us to get together, chat, collaborate, learn, all that kind of stuff. And y'all, I'm not always going to be in the driver's seat, right? I learn just as much from you guys as you do from me. And so I absolutely love it. So this is a collaborative space. So I love, for you guys to come out, chat, collaborate with me, and we can talk about all the things. I don't know what I did on my screen here on TikTok. Look, when I break stuff, all I do is I close it and start it over. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm sharing a bunch of stuff to I don't know who. So if you get random stuff from me, sorry. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so this evening, let's see. Oh, look, cool. I can see the comments. I'm going to look over here for the comments because it filters out all of the hearts and all that kind of stuff. I love them. I appreciate them. But it's so hard on my phone when I'm trying to scroll and see. But let's see. I say it Arkansas too. Okay, cool. I'm not the only one that says Arkansas. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us out there. Mr. Cool, are you in the Memphis area? Okay, look, people are trying to connect. Oh my gosh. So Miss2 McCool, make sure you connect with Angela, who's Hardy Girl 2021. Looks like you guys are in a very similar area. Go ahead and connect, build that notary relationship, and look, y'all call on each other if y'all need stuff done. But anyway, let's go ahead and move. Let's see. Where to put my notes? There's a few things I've been seeing over the weekend on the Facebooks, in the notary groups. That's y'all. That's how I get my topics, right? I see what's happening in the notary space, and then I'll pick a couple topics, and then we'll dive deep into them. Excuse the squinting, but my glasses are dirty, so I need to clean them. So, first of all, as I'm doing this, since I can't read my notes, let's share some wins. Let's share wins, because in my community, Free Notary Buddy community, I'll do a plug in a second, but I like to share wins in there. I try to get a couple wins in there a week, because some days I don't do much, and so I'm like, do y'all really want to know that I woke up on time today? So when we have wins, I want to share it. So today's wins, I did have 2 appointments. I had an apostille appointment. So it's a notary and apostille. It's a client that needs it done regularly, and now their regular need has moved up to a monthly basis. So that's going to be awesome. I was super excited to hear that. So that was my first appointment this morning, 10 a.m. And then I had another client who just, went to my website. They Googled, they found me, they went to my website, and they just booked. I love when that happens. I love when people just books. So they booked and they prepaid. Look, Facebook, I'm gonna turn y'all around a little bit because y'all can see all the mess behind me that I didn't clean up before I started this live. So there we go. So that was awesome. Those are some wins for me today. Y'all share your wins. What you guys have for wins in your business. And as you guys are doing that, I'm gonna look at the topics for tonight and choose 1 or 2, because I just do a whole list and I text it to myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 on the list, and let me choose 1 or 2 to talk. Maybe 2 to talk about, maybe 3 if things start to die down. That's more of a visual. That I'll do that in the community. Let's talk about preference and meeting clients. I saw this in one of the notary groups. I can't remember which one, but there was a comment about someone. Ooh, hair in my eye. There's a comment about someone asking if you, as being a mobile notary, they're a little bit new to the game, if they are only allowed, if you will, to meet clients at their home since they are mobile, right? A lot of us would be like, well, that's, you're mobile, you can meet them anywhere, right? And I understand, especially I have to always think about this, right? I have to always make sure I remind myself about this. Me being a guy and being a notary, I see things differently, right? I see things completely differently. And I have to also have to take into account my ladies out there, right? I got to take out into account my sisters out there. It's not always safe. It may not always be safe for you to walk into somebody's home to do a notarization, right? And I've been seeing a lot of y'all crack me up. I can't lie. I've been seeing a lot of you with your little, your safety keys, right? And of course, I love it. I absolutely love it. There's mace on those keys, and I've been seeing a lot of you a lot lately. People having a tasers. I'm like, ooh. Y'all on TikTok doing something. Taste. And I'm like, oh man, I absolutely love it. I've never considered like carrying a taser or anything like that, right? It's just, I guess, because of just being a guy, I have to do things a little bit, I think about things a little bit differently. And so that's one of the things I should add to like the safety list. I started a safety list. I never finished it, but I'll keep on building and add to it. Then I'll drop it in the free notary community. But I love that a lot of you are carrying tasers out there. I think that is so funny. And, there's certain things that we can't say on here that people have concealed permits, right? Conceal to carry. So, hey, is that what you need? That's what you need. But getting back on topic of that specific question, the notary was asking that only because not only did she not feel safe going into strangers' homes, but she also just wanted to meet in general and neutral areas, right? Which I always agree with. I'm always up for that. There's places, you can meet at coffee shops, locally owned coffee shops. You can meet at Starbucks, the chain, things like that. But I did see an article that my friend Nay shared, another notary buddy, that Starbucks is, if you're not buying stuff, they're going to start asking you to leave the premises, right? So there's a lot of people that just do remote work and they'll go hang out at Starbucks for like 2, 3 hours or something like that. And so there is a company wide decision that has been made that, if you're not buying anything, you got to leave. I always buy stuff every time I go there to meet with a client, unless I'm like real quick in and out, like 10 minutes or less. I still always try to at least buy something. And the crazy part of, well, this is crazy for me. When I shared this with another notary buddy, they're like, "Are you serious?" I will like load up a Starbucks gift card just on my phone. I will load it up with like 25 to 30, maybe $40. And it takes me almost a whole year to go through it because when I go to Starbucks and meet with clients, which is not often, luckily, I get the cheapest thing on the menu. I don't drink coffee, so my drinks is like $4 and some change, right? And there's always a coupon for whatever I'm getting, and so sometimes I only spend like $2 on my drinks, and so that $40, let's call it $40, on my Starbucks gift card will literally take me through the entire year because I don't get Starbucks unless I'm meeting with a client. So that's one thing that I want to share on that. And also other places where you can meet. You have to check your areas, right? Because I know here in Georgia, a place that people like to meet is Panera Bread, right? I've had a lot of client meetings at Panera Bread. I've had business meetings at Panera Bread. So that's a thing. You guys tearing this comment section up. I appreciate it. And what else? Just wanted to get that one out of the way because that was a real quick one. Where are you guys meeting people? Where are you meeting people? Where you prefer to meet your clients? Let me go back and go through some of these comments over here. Let's make sure. Hey, Miss Tamika, I see you over on Facebook. I didn't forget about you. I see you over there. I appreciate you being here as well. You and my girl Christy. I appreciate y'all. There's 3 of y'all over there now. I can't see who it is. Maybe if I go look at the admin side. Nope. Whatever changed on Facebook, it does not show me who's there. So let me know who's there. Say hi. Let's see. Questions on TikTok. What are y'all saying? Let's see. Hey from Tennessee. Hey. Okay, we already talked about that. You guys are in Tennessee, so go ahead and connect. Miss Alicia, she is a notary signing agent out in Maryland. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Look, I don't know. I'm in Georgia, so I don't know too much about everybody else's state. And like my girl Dion said earlier, it ain't my business to know everybody else's state, right? But I know that you guys have something interesting in that little DMV area. I don't know if you're in that area. Who was that? I think you said Miss Alicia. But I know y'all like you're so close to borders that you're just like, hey, you're over here, drive 15 minutes this side and I'll take care of you, right? Like crossing borders. I think that's so cool. I'm about 2 hours, maybe 90 minutes from the closest state border. And again, that's Tennessee. It's so funny. It's Tennessee and the Carolinas, right? Where like there depends on where I am. I can hit each of those borders. So and also Alabama. I'm 2 hours from there, and Florida's the furthest away. That's maybe 4 hours or something like that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get to some more questions. I'm trying not to miss anything, but even the computer's jumping. I just put my application in Georgia. I would love some insight. Hey, Miss Ivory official. Look, we're gonna circle back to that. Let me write this down. Ivory official. Ivory official. I'll definitely help you out. Look, by the time I get to more questions, you already gonna have asked some more. So go ahead and drop your specific questions in there because I will definitely talk about it. Georgia Notary. Okay, cool. And that's a perfect time. Let me go ahead for you guys over on TikTok. There, you see this on the screen right here. It says free notary community. Hey, doggo. My lab's trying to come squeeze over here under my desk. Sorry, there's no room in the end. You can't fit right now. Back up. So you guys, free Notary Buddy community. It is absolutely free. It is absolutely free. The way you get to join the community, go on over here on TikTok, click on my profile photo, right? Click on it again. It will take you to my page. There's a link in the bio. Or yeah, that's what's called, link in the bio, right? Go there. It's going to open up something that looks like a link tree page, and it's going to be the first button. Click on that first button on there. That is the invite to the Notary Buddy community. Please go ahead and answer the questions. There's 3 questions going to be asked, and if you answer those correctly, I can get you in the community a lot faster, right? Please answer them. And look, Georgia Notary Buddies, this is for you. Who's that? Miss Ivory. Ivory Official, this is for you and other Georgia Notary buddies. When you join the community, because I am a Georgia Notary, I do have a closed section of the community specifically for Georgia Notary buddies where we can talk all things Georgia. We can look at updates. You can ask specific Georgia questions because y'all already know I always say it. Here in Georgia, it is one of the most difficult states to build and sustain a notary business because we are what's called an attorney state. There's a few more out there as well, but out of the attorney states, Georgia is one of the most difficult ones. And I need to share stuff with you guys that's going to keep you out of jail because you can ask these questions. Any notary can answer them, but there's a high percentage that question, the answer that you get, and if you act on that answer, you're going to be doing something illegal here in Georgia. So that's why I do have a closed notary, Georgia notary group inside the overall group, just so we can talk all things Georgia. So please go ahead and join that group. It is free of charge, right? That's why I built it on a specific platform I built it on. It doesn't cost me and it doesn't cost you guys. And I ain't selling you nothing up in there. I ain't selling you nothing. I may recommend training, and that training may come at a cost, but also on the flip side, I do a lot of free training as well, and they're all recorded and they're in the community as well. Just go to, if you guys are already in there, go to the learning tab. You can see what we have in there so far. So we got quite a few things in there, and I still have a lot of stuff to release, right? So let me get to some more of these questions. Miss Hardy, okay, y'all talking to each other. I really appreciate that. So yeah, Miss Hardy and Miss Two McCool, y'all make sure y'all talk. That's Angela. Angela and I don't know your real name, Miss Two McCool. I keep messing it up, but you guys are good. That's awesome. You guys are connecting. Um, cool. Miss Alicia, okay, got you. Met up with a customer for an apostille for Venezuela. Yes. Hey, you know what, Miss? Is that the one we talked about, Miss Angela? Is that the one we talked about? Look, y'all, look, my notary buddies give me calls. When I tell y'all can call me, I know some of y'all want to be like, oh, let me text first and see if he's available. That's cool. But if you text me and I don't respond to you, do what Miss Angela did. Go ahead and call me because 9 times out of 10, I'm busy, I'm running around, or my phone is just face down, right? And you're like, oh, because that is my business phone, right? It rings on the same line as my business phone. However, that doesn't mean I'm always looking at it, right? So if y'all text me and I'll hear it, don't think I'm being mean and ignoring you. I just didn't hear it. But that brings another good point. I should have put this on the screen somewhere as well. To my notary buddies that are on here, let me give you guys the Notary Buddy phone line. There is a specific line that I prefer you guys to call on because when you call on it, one, it puts you in the CRM, right? So I can always look back on our conversations. It's just for me, right? Sometimes it'll transcribe it if I remember to turn it on, but also it allows me to take notes for our conversations. So yeah, your boy doesn't have the best memory. So when we're talking, and I'm like, oh, what did we talk about? I can go and look because I'm taking notes while we're talking. If I'm at my computer, and then we can always, I can keep up with what you're doing. So, Notary Buddies, here's the phone number for you guys. It is 770 670 6138. So that is the Notary Buddy line. And look, don't get freaked out when you call. It does say this call is being recorded, blah, blah, blah. That's just my entire CRM system. I use that for my clients as well because of, for instance, if they say something and I didn't catch it, or if especially if they booked an appointment like 5 days in advance, I do go back and listen to our phone call to make sure I'm not missing anything, right? So my notary buddies, again, that phone number is 770-670-6138. I just put it in the chat. So that is the number you guys can always text me on, but if you text me and you don't get an answer, go ahead and call. And I may be busy and I'll say, hey, I'll call you right back. One positive, Miss Star say one positive for her is my ads are getting more clicks. Awesome. Miss Star, I think, were we in a conversation before where we were talking about ads? Are you running Google ads? Are you running Yelp ads? Or are you on, what's the other one? What is the other one? That other app. What is it called? I don't remember what it's called. I can't remember at this moment. So let me know what kind of ads you're running. That's exciting. It's always exciting. Make sure you're tracking your metrics. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but track KPIs, right? Key performance indicators. How many clicks are you getting versus how many is that converting over to actually paid clients, and also keep track of if they did see an ad or whatever, make sure you know that, because if they come to you or you go to them, obviously like, oh, I just saw you on Google. Was it like my Google profile or was it a Google ad, right? Some people don't like asking those questions, but I do. And since I keep a journal for all of my appointments, write it right in your journal. Because I have a section where I can keep notes. I picked up one that's already full, so I can't show you. But there's a section for notes, and I will write in there, when I was running my ads, how they found me, what they saw, and how much I'm charging them. So I can have some valid data. Because Google will track it, but as soon as you take it off the Google platform, they don't know what to track, right? If you're running Google ads. Thumbtack, that was the other one. Are you running Thumbtack ads? Let's see. Miss Star says she prefer remote, but can do in person for apostille work. Of course, perfect, perfect, perfect. Because I asked you guys, would you prefer, like, where do you prefer to meet your clients? Let's see. Remote notary. Oh, Miss McCool. I don't know if you got your question answered already, because I know my notary buddies love helping me out. But a remote notary. Look, you're in Tennessee. You can do it. So I do see two of you guys did request to join the Notary Buddy community. I will get you in there. But answering your question, Miss McCool, let me know your real name, because I'm getting so tongue-tied saying that. But a remote notary is someone who can do remote online notarizations. There's different versions and variations of it out there. But this is where you, as long as you are, let's say you're in Tennessee, right? As long as you're within the state borders of Tennessee, you can notarize for clients all over the country, right? I don't know if y'all can do outside of the country, because and when Miss Angela learns, I'ma learn, right? But you can notarize for clients anywhere. I am in Georgia. We are not allowed. We are not approved to do remote online notarizations, but I do have notary buddies that's all over the country. Waiting on Miss Angela to go ahead and get hers for Tennessee. But see how I'm keep throwing you under the bus. I know you got stuff to work on, but I do utilize my notary buddies that can perform remote online notarizations to help me out, right? Because if I get a client that, like I talked about it last week, I had a client in New York that needed documents notarized. I called one of my notary buddies out in Florida and said, hey, do you have some time? They're like, yep, let's do this right now. I sent him the docs over because I did have digital copy of them, and I connected the two of them. They got it all done, and within 10 minutes, I got my documents back fully notarized. I printed them out, and now I can carry forward with my other client who is in Georgia that I'm going to meet in person. Actually, I already met her in person, and I notarized her documents. So hopefully that was a good example of what that means. But yeah, email, I got you. I'll make sure you get. I add you to the Notary Buddy community. Hey, I appreciate the hearts and the gifts and all that kind of stuff. I didn't call it glitters this time. It says gifters. I can read because the screen's mega large. Okay, cool. Somebody did answer you. See, Star, you got my back. I appreciate it. But yeah, there's different things we can do, y'all. There's different things that we can do. We can be a traditional notary. That's when you get commissioned and you are, I'm calling it a traditional notary, right? And you can go and meet clients. You can be mobile. You can be a mobile traditional notary, right? So that's what a lot of us do. You can be a remote online notarization if your state allow it. There's also alterations or yeah, what is that? Alternatives, I guess. There's IPEN, there's REN, there's REN, but most common is RON, remote online notarization. Don't ask me the differences. I can't do them, so I don't know them. But there's so many different options. And then the big one that everybody goes after is becoming a loan signing agent, right? That's when you assist with real estate transactions. So we have three different big pockets just in the notary space to make business, right? And that's literally just using your stamp electronically, or the physical the stamp. So Miss Chrissy, you asked how to join the Notary Buddy community. If you're on TikTok, if you go to my profile, there is a link over there, and just go ahead and click the link in my bio. It'll bring you to a link tree looking page, and that page is or go to the second button, pardon me, on that page. That button is the invite to the Notary Buddy community. Like I said, it's free. I share a lot of free notary game in there. My notary buddies that are active in there, we share our wins. We get to celebrate with each other. Y'all know I'm always celebrate with you. So yeah, that's how you join the community. And for everybody else, I always forget you guys. Facebook, I just dropped the link in the comments, so you guys can see it over there. And YouTube, I always have to do it afterwards. I don't know how to do it while I'm doing this right now. Let's see. Miss Tamika says she just got a 5-star review on Yelp for her 6 o'clock signing from this evening. Yes, that's what I love. Love making wins. I love that we're having wins over here. I absolutely love it. Look, I'm glad. I was like, y'all, I like to celebrate with y'all. I like to celebrate with you because one more 5-star review for you gets you closer to building an unshakable business, right? And help get you closer to building an unshakable foundation, because when people see your 5-star reviews, they're like, oh, I want to work with this person, right? You have no idea how many times someone said, hey, I picked you, one, because you're in the top 3. That's all, that's my thing in my area. But then it's another, like, I picked you because you had amazing reviews. And you guys, I try to give customer service. Well, I don't want to get too far off topics. I know I got a lot of questions to get to. But when I am doing my customer experience, because we don't do customer service over here anymore, I create an experience for my customers, right? For my clients. I make them feel welcome as soon as I walk through the door, right? So even though it's their house, I'm like, welcome to your own home, right? So I just make them feel welcome. My presence is welcoming. Even if I'm meeting them at Starbucks, whatever it is, they feel welcome. And it does not matter if it's a $40 client or if it's a $250 client. They get the exact same experience, the exact same white glove service, of course, sprinkled in with my personality, right? And so I don't even ask them to give me like amazing stellar reviews. I know we should review prompt. That's what it's called, right? I forget. I don't. If this automated system doesn't do it for me, then I totally forget in person. But my reviews, I get very few that are like, oh, great notary, fast service, perfect, right? I get very few of those. I get paragraph size reviews, and people tell the story. They love, my interaction, how I made their mom feel, how I kept everybody smiling. And they're like, oh yeah, he also notarized a few documents for us, right? And so they get all of that feeling first, and then I get oh yeah, he's an amazing notary at the very end. So people just love my reviews. And so I need to probably review prompt a little bit better and say, hey, make sure you mention what I actually did so people can find me. Hey, Miss Tanya, I see you requested to join the community. I'll make sure I get you in there. I have met, Miss Alicia says she has met clients at libraries. I do meet clients at libraries as well, but somebody told me, another local notary buddy told me that if I'm meeting people at library, I shouldn't be charging them. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I tried to call the library to verify. I never got an answer. So until somebody told me I can't, I'm gonna do it, right? I mean, I think the difference is if I like go reserve a room and try to do a paid event, that's a huge no-no. That specifically says on the library website over here for us. But as far as meeting a client and like I'm still offering a service. Hey, Miss Jeanette, I see you request to join the community. I'll make sure I get you in. Yo, I let people in on my water break. I take a water break when my throat starts to dry out. And so that's when I let you guys fill up the chat and then I'll go let people in and then I'll come back and ask questions. I'll do that in a few minutes here. But yeah, they haven't stopped me from, and it's not like it's secret. I sit right in front of the people. I notarize those documents, and the client pulls out cash and give it to me. And then we both part and go on our merry ways. So they see me, but they they haven't stopped me yet. I've actually met someone at the Secretary of State. Believe it or not, that's awesome. That is awesome, Miss Angela. If y'all know Judy Lawrence, over the New Year holiday, I believe she met I think it was who it was. So she met her one of the clerk from the Secretary of State, or if it was like the main person who needed a notary service. That was pretty funny. She's like, answer your phone because you never know who needs you. And so it was like her person out there, and it was so funny. She had to take pictures with him and all that kind of stuff. That is so fun. I have done notarizations over at, not at the Secretary of State for me, because that's all the way in downtown Atlanta. I have where I take my apostilles. I have done notarizations there for people. And also I've helped guide them through their apostille right in the apostille office. They weren't my clients. They ended up being my clients, but they were just, random people I bumped into. They were having problems. They brought their documents. They got rejected. And because it's in my wheelhouse, I will be that person and say, hey, you know what? It did get rejected. Because if they're not a notary and the notarization part got rejected, that's an issue, right? That's an issue. So I can guide them. If they don't have extra documents, I can guide them on how to correct it. Or if they're at the wrong place, I can guide them, say, hey, this is where you actually need to go, and these are the steps. And I'll just, they'll take the notes and write them down. Or I don't care, I'll text them. I was like, hey, because I use my business phone, right? So I'll text them and say, hey, here's the 3-4 steps we just discussed. Make sure you get these done in this order. If you happen to need help, you have my phone number. Leave it as that. No hard selling. Let's see. Yes, I'm commissioned in all three. Okay, cool. Miss Alicia, you are commissioned. Oh, in that, I was talking about that, what do they call it? DMV area, right? So it's cool that you're commissioned in all three. I'm in the Memphis area. It's Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi. Oh, okay, that's your little triangle. Gotcha. Who was that? This thing jumped on me. Let's see. Facebook, y'all so good. What is this? I see Miss Tina. See, you just jumped into the community. I'll make sure I let you in. It sent me another message, so I'll have to go and check on that. So I'll make sure you're in, Miss Tina. Dang, come on. This thing keeps jumping on me. Let's see where we are. Let's get to some more questions. I'm in Mississippi. Okay, so Miss Star, do some more research. Your state probably can do it too. Okay, you guys are chatting with each other. Miss Joy, let's see. You say I'm new. Can I be commissioned in other states? Fairly new in Georgia. I'm trying to get started. Hey, Miss Joy, look, if you haven't already joined the Notary Buddy community, go ahead and do so, right? We talked about that. This is our rule for Georgia. Well, this is the thing. Being a notary in Georgia, can you be dual commissioned? Yes, you can. That's what that means when I learned earlier today that dual commission also means remote online notarization. But as far as states go, right? Can you be dual commissioned? Yes, you can. I would say look at that state and see what their requirements are. For you to hold your commission in the state of Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to misspeak, I am a Georgia notary. For you to hold your commission in a state of Georgia, if you do get dual commission, it must be one of the contiguous states. So you can only get it commissioned in a state that touches the state of Georgia, right? To be dual commission. So for us, that's going to be Florida, Alabama. Also, we have North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. That's a lot of options, right? And other states, can you hold 6 commissions at a time? I don't know. I do know of a notary buddy of mine. I think she holds at least 3, and her primary is here in Georgia. So you just have to look at this other states' rules, because I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there for an example. Again, this is an example. Tennessee may say, yes, you can be dual commission, but you can't hold more than 3, right? I don't know. So you just have to make sure you research those 3 or those 5 states. And this is the other thing. Each state may be a little bit different. You may have to have a physical address in each of those states that you want to get dual commissioned in. Or I know that if you are employed and work in that state, you can be dual commissioned as well. So just check it out. I have a business partner. Well, I don't do it, but we are what is it, like overseeing real estate for a really good friend of mine, business partner. I don't want to call him a business partner, that lives in Tennessee. So I technically can use his company as an employment. I'm employed under his company, so I can get dual commissioned in Tennessee. I was looking into it. I ain't gonna lie, the research kind of put me to sleep, so it was late. So Miss Angela, I'm coming. We gonna both be Tennessee notaries once I get it together, right? And I'll see if there's any other interest for me in other states. As of right now, I have no interest in Alabama. Because there's, and this only reason, because I can easily travel to Tennessee, right? But also Tennessee allows remote online notarization. Florida does as well, but I don't know. Like, how often am I going to go to Florida? I'm really not, unless I'm on vacation. Tennessee, again, I can be inside the borders of Tennessee real quick, and I can go up there and I can just schedule a ton of remote online notarizations for my clients all around the country, right? That way I don't have to refer it out, right? That's the only reason I'm looking at Tennessee, because they're the closest that allow Ron. But I got to go up there for another reason as well. I was go up there, check on the real estate, and while I'm up there, do some notary work, because that's the only thing. When I leave Georgia, I don't make money. Hear me out. When I'm leaving Georgia as a notary, I do not generate dollars. So I got to stockpile before I leave, and I like to leave when I leave at chunks at a time, right? We were just talking about going back to Utah. We were looking at going for 3 to 4 weeks. I'm like, dang, if I'm gone that entire time, I make zero money. Zero money. So I got to figure something else out when I like to go away. Let's see, Miss Candy, hello, how's it going? Do you have a California group that I can join? Hey, Miss Candy, I don't specifically have a California group. The Notary Buddy community is open to all. I believe you're already in there, right? The way that I did promise my notary buddies that I will, make closed groups for the community, because I can control it. I really like this, so I can segment out portions of the community, right? And I can say, like I said, if as long as you let me know you're in Georgia, I will put you in the overall community, and also I'll put you in a closed Georgia community, right? If there's enough interest, if there's enough people that's in California, you guys want your own closed group within the group, of course, I can still access it because I'm admin. I will create that for you. It just there's a lot of work on my part to do that, right? So I need at least 25, 30 people that have that interest before I take on that task. Because right now I do not have a VA, right? Look, somebody just say VA. I do not have a virtual assistant that's helping me out right now because my notary business cannot afford her. Because at one point in time with my other business, and between my notary business and my other real estate business, I had 7 VAs, 6 of which were full-time. One was part-time, and she helped over in the real estate business and also part-time in the notary business. Once I closed the real estate business down, I could not, the notary business does not generate enough money to support her or them. So I have to do a lot of it myself. I will bring her back on contract basis. Like, hey, this is a bigger project or just like a bunch of office work. I would rather be out generating dollars. So I'll bring her in for a project, right? And so something like that, once I get enough interest, then that can be something I can bring her back for and be like, hey, because again, remember, I don't charge y'all nothing. So we got to do it free. Anyway, which CRM do you use? I use a system, Mr. called Go High Level. It is expensive as all get out. It's $97 a month. I pay 10. I got a real killer deal. And again, that's Go High Level. It's an amazing thing. But if you're not super tech savvy, it's too much. It is too much. There's other CRMs out there that I recommend. Oh, don't spill the water. That I could recommend top of my head. There's 17 hats. Look, we lost a few. 17 hats. Y'all help me out. What other CRM systems are out there that's not crazy expensive? I was looking into another one for my notary buddies. It is limited, but it's free. I just have, because I'm building another business using it. It is called System.io, and that's like the word system, but there's an M on the end. System.io. So Systeme.io. It's free, but it's limited, which is fine. I think for what we need as for CRMs in our space, without getting too big and too crazy, I think it'll be sufficient. I just have not tested it out for my notary business because I got my own massive CRM system that I'm using that takes up more than enough of my time. So when you guys ask, when you see my website for Gin Mobile Notary, GINN, that's my company name. When you see my website for that, my website's built through there. All the emails I send you guys is built through there. The Notary Buddy community is built through there, right? All my automations, everything. My booking platform, everything is over there. All the courses are all over there. That's why I love it, because I can do it all in one, but it definitely costs a pretty penny to do so. Miss Angela says another one may be coming up today for Portugal. I think all my GMB engagement is paying off. Look, I'm glad it's working out, because I still haven't gotten to sit down with you, but you've been taking, you've been taking tips and things that I've said that you've learned from other people, of course, but I'm glad it's working. But I did tell you, Miss Angela, it's a time thing, right? It's never instant. It's a time game, and as long as you stay on top of it, it will continue to work, right? It'll continue to flow. It'll continue to come in, even though sometimes it may go slow. I definitely notice in my business when I don't. All of January, I have not posted a single thing on my Google Business profile. My bank account shows. There was one day I started working on my SEO again, and I got like 4 or 5 phone calls in one day. In one day. Hey, Miss Too Cool, you're back again. Perfect. You had a phone call. Look, handle your business. We all get phone calls. Let's see. Yes, see. Miss Star said, I don't think we've talked before, but I'm doing a Google. Oh, you're doing Google Ads. And yeah, I'm definitely tracking. Perfect. You probably sent that like 15 minutes ago. I finally got to it. I'm glad, and welcome everybody that's here. Come on. This thing keeps jumping. Cool, cool, cool. Well, look, Miss Star, we talked together now. So let me know if I can be, how I can help you in your business. I am not a Google Ads professional. I have run Google Ads. I've had really good success. I had somebody else run them for me, caveat, right? But I had him explain everything along the way. I'm like, because I'm not a person that's going to be like, hey, I paid a decent amount. I'm like, it was $900 at the end. But I was like, I'm not handing you $900 a month and don't know what's going on. I ain't trying to take it from you. That's your business. You're way smarter than me, but I need to know what's going on, right? And so he explained a few things to me, and I can always go back and look at my Google Ads account and see exactly the things that we were running. I'm planning on doing that at some point for you guys. That's just so high level that it's taking me forever to get there, because I don't understand all the stuff, right? I'm like, here's a screenshot, go copy it. Here's everything that he put in there. I paid him $900 for many, many months. Here you go. Right? If it breaks, I don't know how to fix it. So y'all got to figure that part out. Let's see who else we got in here. I don't think. Okay, cool. Got that. Miss Bria. Hey, from Huntsville, Alabama. I've got my commission, but I'm scared to start. Look, Miss Bria, don't be scared. What are you scared for? Tell me exactly what scares you. Are you afraid of messing up on somebody's documents? Right? Are like the lack of education, does that scare you? Because all these things are fixable. That's the only reason I'm asking. Tell me what scares you, and I'll give you a game plan on how not to be scared. Right? Because I'm not gonna lie, your boy was nervous in the very beginning. I was, and sometimes I still get nervous because my brain gets all tripped up. I'm like, did we do that right? Yeah, we did that right. We did that right, right? Let me go research. Yeah, okay, we did that right. It happens. It happens, right? Especially if it's something you don't do often. And for me, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I took a loan signing last week. Pardon. I say loan signing so all y'all know what I'm talking about. But my Georgia notary buddies, wherever y'all are, I took an assignment that where I assisted with real estate transaction, because we can't do loan signings. We can't call ourselves loan signing agents out here in Georgia. But I did one last week, and it's been a minute because I don't do them anymore. And so I was going through it. I'm like, oh, I think we did this right. I sent them scans so fast, and I was like, can you look at these real quick? Right? And that was a direct, right? That was a direct client of mine. I was like, hey, can you look at the scans real quick? Because it was been like 2 months since I did one, because I just don't do them anymore. Most of my business comes from elsewhere at this point, because I just got tired of fighting over with the low rates. I'm just like, no, I'll go build a business elsewhere. I'll take them when they come in. Working on getting Ron soon. Okay, yep, Miss Angela, I know. I'm just messing with you. I know you have a lot going on. How is your class going, by the way? I'm pretty sure you told everybody on here, but Miss Angela is looking at doing paralegal, right? So how are your studies doing? How's it going? I know they can stress you out, but let us know, because I'm excited to celebrate with you. Miss Chrissy says, how can I work for a company? And also, second question, how can I get added to the? Oh, I already answered your how to add you to the community, Miss Chrissy. Look, every time you got a question for me, I'm gonna ask you another question. You know what? Let me get through what's on here. And Chrissy, if you're still here, Chrissy with the butterfly, with the blue one, if you're okay, I'm going to invite you up so we can have a conversation, right? And I'll put it on speakerphone so all the other platforms can hear. You don't have to turn your camera on. Just let me know if you're okay with that, if you're still here, because you got questions that I want to answer your questions, right? Because if we're doing this, you ask a question, I answer a question, we're going to take I don't mind being on here forever. I really don't, but I want to make sure you got your questions answered. That's how I do. Hey, my cousin's on here again. What's up? What's up? I appreciate you checking on me to see what I'm doing. It's still funny that TikTok, our TikTok paths cross because I don't let no family know about this one. Miss Simply Shayla says she has a question. I'm in Georgia and work for a real estate attorney. How can notaries do seller doc signings? Oh, that's the easy one. Look, I can answer that all day. Miss Shayla, I think that's how you say it, right? Is it Sheila? Sheila. Miss Shay, this is how we do it. First of all, any documents, where's that book? We got to know this, right? I ain't gonna lie, it is some of the gray area. But if you look at this book, the Georgia Notary Handbook, it says that you cannot act as a loan signing agent, and they give a definition on what a loan signing agent means. This book is written to dictate real estate inside of Georgia, inside of the borders of the state of Georgia. Please hear me out. Doing loan signing work, as it's traditionally called, can be considered a gray area for us here in Georgia. However, they always tell us what we can't do. So what can we do? If a property exists outside the state of Georgia, absolutely. As long as it's not another attorney state that requires an attorney, which is very few, we can still do that transaction because guess what? Our role has never changed. We are still acting as a notary public. Period. There's just an enhancement. We're not explaining documents to people, right? We're letting them know what they're, at least in my business, I don't know what y'all do, but I do let them know what they're signing. I'm like, hey, this particular document, this is just an example. Make sure I ain't throwing nobody's business up there. No, this is just instructions. This particular document, just pretend, right? This is your, you said seller. So this is going to be what's an easier one in there? Warranty deed or whatever it's called, right? Look, I tell y'all I don't do them that often. This is going to be the warranty deed. This is essentially just transferring the rights of the property from you as the seller to the person who's buying it. Sign right there, right? Maybe that's explaining documents. I don't know, but I'm telling them exactly what they signing. This just transferring the rights from the property from you to somebody else. Sign right here, right? I ain't going into no details. I ain't going into the fine print. We ain't doing none of that. On the other side, like, oh, this is one I love. Hey, this is a disbursement document. This, you telling the title company or the attorney how you want to be paid. Go ahead and fill that and sign right there, right? And I just keep it going. So that's one way we can do this. I get that's a really crappy example, but that is one way that we can do seller docs. Now, if you're asking me specifically about seller docs inside the state of Georgia, let's have a different conversation, right? And who was that, Miss Simply? I'm just calling you Shay or she. Let me know how I'm supposed to say it because I want to address you properly. But if it is within the state of Georgia and we're looking at seller docs, doesn't matter if it's seller or purchase, the state of Georgia says an attorney is required to be present. What does the black and white definition of present mean or is defined in the state of Georgia? We have a loose definition. Presence of an attorney can be the best one I love is when they right there with us in person, right? And you're like, well, if we're already with the attorney, why do they need us to explain it? Because attorneys like to bill people hourly. Sometimes I met attorneys that bill people in 7-minute increments or 6-minute increments. And guess what? That's fine. But if we are there as a notary, they will come in, they will explain the 2 to 3 documents they have to explain. The signer signs it right in front of them, right? Make sure that's done. And then the attorneys I work with, they walk away. They go back to their office. If we're in a conference room, they go whatever. They go one conference room over, or they go to the other end of the office. They were there to do what was required. Okay, Sheila. Okay, so they were there to do what is required, defined by the state of Georgia for the attorney's presence. And this is the other thing. When they walk away from that table and they go into their office, I can still call them if we have, if the client has questions, right? If I have questions, I can still call them to assist me. But guess what they're doing? They're billing a second, y'all didn't hear it from me, but they're billing a second client at that same time. So I act as a very helpful piece of their business. Not only are they billing a client that I'm sitting in front of, right? It's all wrapped into the closing and all that kind of stuff, right? They're billing them for that time, but now they get to go work on another document and bill that other client as well. That's why attorneys like to use us, right? And of course, the other thing where, if, like I said, the definition of presence is gray in Georgia. If the client, look, we get a new book that's coming out soon. Maybe they'll redefine it and then I'll have to preach something differently, but I'm letting you know what's current, right? And how we do this. The other definition is, are they virtual, right? Are they sitting on a Zoom call? Are they there on a FaceTime call explaining those documents? Are they on a phone call? I don't particularly like the phone call because I like this face-to-face kind of situation. Have I done it? I have. And it was, it was during a very specific situation. They didn't want to go out and get sick, so they sent us out there to get sick, right? You know what I'm talking about. But FaceTime, Zoom on my phone. I carry two phones, my personal phone, which I'm talking to y'all, and my business phone over there. I will have the attorney on my personal phone, just because I think it's bigger and it's better. I will put them on the table. I'll prop them up on a little stand or my iPad, whatever one, and they will sit there and they will explain those documents that I need them to explain. And then they'll say, perfect, let me know if you need me. I slide the phone out of the way and they will just sit there on mute if we need them. 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later, however long it takes, 20, 30 minutes later, we're done. I say, hey, attorney so-and-so, we really appreciate it. You spending time with us and making sure everything's all clear. Mr. and Mrs. Signer, do you need any other questions answered by the attorney? Nope. Okay, cool. I will have these documents back to your office. Blah, right? Hang up. End of story. That's how we do it. That was a really long answer, but I want to make sure I'm thorough because listening to other people out here tell us how we can be a notary in Georgia gonna get us in jail. They gonna get us decommissioned and locked up in jail. I'm trying to keep you out of jail. Until that definition changes, that's my answer. So that was really long, but I hope it helped. And again, remember, we're still a notary. We're a notary first. You don't always have to work with real estate attorneys. I know there's a ton of new builds going up in Georgia, and it hurts my soul because I'm like, ooh, well, it doesn't hurt my soul, but I'm like, that needs a notary, that needs a notary, that transaction needs a notary, that needs a notary. All of them need notaries, all of them. And we are missing out on the bag just because we are an attorney state. However, guess what? That person needs a power of attorney. That person needs a power of attorney. That person needs an estate plan. The attorneys are still out here working. So, link arms with other attorneys as well, not just real estate attorneys. And that's how you keep the pipeline going. You're still working with attorneys, but, estate plan attorneys is where it's at right now. Gotcha. So hopefully I answered your question, Miss Star. Oh, it jumped on me. Let me go back. Miss Star, I'm the one that just signed up with the last name email. Okay, perfect. Gotcha. I couldn't tell your first name, so I just read the last name. Miss Angela said, I had a guy who was able to do mission work. I helped him with his Fed docs. Yes, met at the Secretary of State. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love it. Come on, the more of us, the merrier. Okay, you're talking about my getting commissioned over in Tennessee. Look, and who is this? The real Jim? Oh, real Gemini unicorn. I can see that now. It says VA. You're talking about a virtual assistant, or are we talking about Virginia? I think we were talking about a virtual assistant at that point. Hey, from Ohio, DJ Butta. How's it going? How is it going? Let's see, Miss Tamani. I can read. Y'all, look, forgive me. Oh, you're in the house from New Orleans. Did we talk last week? Or did we? Yeah, last week was Thursday or Friday. Did we chat last week? Look, you got to keep me. We already talked about it. You already know. Let me know what you're doing in your business. Make sure you're in the Georgia Notary Buddy community because y'all want to get a hold of me. I dropped the number in there earlier. Text me, call me. But if you're in the community, send me a message, post a message, tag me or whatever so I can communicate with you, right? Let me know what you're doing with your business because if I can help you out and send people, or like I said, if I don't send you people, I got family there. You know how we are. we communicate, we share, we talk, and it takes just one person, right? One person, and they can, get you on game or whatever the phrase is. I don't know. Don't get me lying. They can get you business. One person. Um, Welcome back. Let's see. I think I'm getting caught up now. What all is a notary used for? Ooh, Miss Cool, that's a loaded question. Miss Mac Cool, that's a loaded question. What are we not used for? That's a shorter list. I'm joking. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. So a lot of things that notaries are used for is important documents, right? There's gonna be documents that require notarization to, I don't want to say be authentic, because that's the other thing that people get tripped up on. Notarizing a document does not make it legal. I just want y'all to, from my understanding, it does not make it legal. It's just me acting as an unbiased third party, verifying that yes, John Smith did appear before me, and John Smith signed these documents without being forced to. Can you use that in a court of law? Absolutely. But my stamp and my signature does not make anything legal. Somebody can bring me a document that says, handwritten, that says my name is Jessica Rabbit, and I identify as a brown colored coated bunny rabbit. Ain't none of my business. She sign that, she appears, she give me her ID that says Jessica A. Rabbit. She signs that paper in front of me. I'ma sign it and stamp it and keep it moving. Cause again, I'm not vouching for the legality of the document, right? I'm vouching that she showed up in front of me and she was not being forced to sign that document. So yeah. So what is a notary used for? All kinds of things. Like I say, we have real estate transactions. People are granting certain powers, which is known as a power of attorney. That can be for financial and also for healthcare. Real estate transactions. If I didn't say that already, I probably did. But just even like, one of my notarizations today was a lien release from a contractor, right? A contractor was doing work on a client's home. Actually, two of those. I didn't even realize it until just now. A contractor was doing work and they complete the work, and so they need to go ahead and release the lien that they put on the house. Another one is the homeowner was given, I don't even know what it was, but the homeowner was given the contractor permission to perform work on their home, and that document needs to be notarized, right? So anything that requires an additional level of, I don't want to say authentication because it's not a non-biased verification, if you will. I should know these words, right? I'm trying to think because nobody's really asked me that question. I'm trying to think on a deeper level. Hey, Miss Kayla, I see you join the. Hey, that's Miss McCool. I see you join the community. I'll make sure I get you in there. But yeah, whatever you want to be notarized, we can notarize it. I mean, you gotta follow your state laws. There's some things you just can't notarize. But yeah, hopefully that helped. You making me think. I'm gonna have to come up with an official, like, amazing answer for that now. Non-biased public servant. There you go. That's what we are. We are non-biased public servants. But yeah, I'm gonna have to think on that one a little bit more. Just threw me for a curveball. I just got my commission in Georgia and wanted to focus on loan signing. Any tips, Ms. Gracie? Look, I welcome to being a notary in the state of Georgia. This is the only thing I'm gonna tell you. Don't build your business saying that you want to focus on loan signings, because loan signings, calling ourselves loan signing agents in here in Georgia is illegal as per our handbook, right? We're not authorized to do so because we're an attorney state. Can you build a business assisting with real estate transactions? Absolutely. And it's just what you're willing to do. Let me give you some tips. So first of all, get trained. Right? You asked for tips. So I'm giving you tips. So that's why this is not my ask for message, but make sure you're trained on how to go through the documents. Because remember this, you are a notary public first and foremost. So as long as you know your Georgia notary law, you can notarize whatever, right? But when it comes to assisting with real estate transaction, there's a big, thick document. Can be a lot of pages in that document. Just make sure you're versed and you have a understanding of what you're going to be doing. Like I say, you never explain documents to people. right? But you will guide them through the documents because you never want to get caught up in UPL, which is considered which means the unauthorized practice of law. And because we are an attorney state, they don't play. They do not play. So do not practice law and try to explain exactly what's happening in those documents. Like I said, read the title, and a lot of times the title is like, hey, this is you transferring the rights, sign here, right? Don't go into the legality of it. But other tips that I would say is look at signing platforms that it's going to be like let me throw them out there. Signing Order, those are the big ones. Signingorder.com and snapdocs.com. I don't get paid nothing for mentioning them. There's a ton more out there, but those are the large ones. Sign up for those sites because what it is, it's just a collection. It's a place where signing services go, title companies go to find notaries, right? It's just a database. And I say, hey, I have these documents. It's going to be for a property that's in the state of Florida that's being sold. The seller moved to Georgia, so therefore I need a Georgia notary to perform this act for us, right? They'll send the job out. You request it. You say, yes, I'm available. And then boom, you get it if you get it, right? You don't always get it. And then you just want to make sure that's how you can start building a business in that space. And so, but again, is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. But I got to be honest. If you think you're about to become a notary and assist with real estate transactions in Georgia and make six figures, it just doesn't work for us here. Just because of the little attorney state barrier, I'm not trying to dissuade you. Please hear me out. I'm not trying to dissuade you. I just want to be honest with you, right? It's my experience. Do people make way more money than me doing assisting with real estate transactions? Absolutely. Absolutely. But when that was 90% of my business, I was bringing in still like 1,800 to 2 grand. If that's more than enough for you, fantastic. But I was doing this full time. Can I realistically live off of that full time? And then the market has ups and downs, right? The market has ups and downs. And I don't know where you are, but I'm in Gwinnett County. I'm over in Swanee. So I'm not, the closer I go to Atlanta, yes, the more business I can pick up. But being out here, like before I moved to Swanee, I was a skip and a hop from Winder, right? I'm Decula, Winder, going to like towards Athens. There was not a lot of business out here for me to make money, like talking about it, right? So I had to take any and everything that came my way. It wore me out. It wore my car out. And so I had to switch things up a little bit, right? So I'm not saying to dissuade you. I just wanted to, just be honest with you. Because if somebody out there is selling you a course and tell you, hey, you're gonna make 5 grand, you can, but you got to take any and everything, no matter if that assignment is gonna be 75 pages and they paying you $50 and you got to bring a witness. When it all said and done, you make $25 and you still got to pay taxes. You got to pay for gas. You got to pay for insurance. You're going to walk away with $3. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. Yep. See, Miss Gracie didn't know that you were not supposed to refer to ourselves as loan signing agents in Georgia. We are not. We definitely are not. Do people still do it? They absolutely do. I'm going to be honest with you. They absolutely do. But just because there's not enough people on the authority side to enforce it, that's why people still do it, because it's a term that has become very well known. And so they do it. They don't care. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. My car magnet, there's a tiny little thing on my car magnet that says loan signing. I don't know if it says loan signing agent, but that's my old one, and I just need to. I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better, right? But once I found it out and I learned it, it depends on which car y'all see me in, because it might still have it on there. But I know better, right? I was trying to find out what page it was in our Georgia Notary Handbook where it straight up says. Anyway, that's one of their most proudest moments. Like, you cannot do this. Let me get back to some of these questions. Anyway, I can't find it real quick. Because every time I open this, look, in the beginning of the day, I can tell you exactly what page is on. After 4 o'clock, don't ask me nothing. Y'all, I have no idea which Ladero y'all gonna get. Still a knowledgeable one, but it ain't gonna flow. Anyway, let's get some more of these questions. But it's in this notary journal, not notary journal, Georgia Notary Handbook, Order 1. It's about, oh, I need to re-verify my identity on TikTok. I think they're like 10, 12 bucks, something like that, because they make us pay for shipping. So definitely go ahead and get one. We are supposed to be getting a new one. I have not gotten that confirmed yet for myself, but I was told that we have a new one coming out. So if you want to hold off and order, wait till the new one comes out. But when is that? Who knows? Like I said, it's 12 bucks, 10, 12 bucks. So get it. I have two, and it's my little notary Bible. It's my notary Bible. Let's see. Notary and signing agent from Tennessee. Hey, beautifully crafted. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Michelle's, how's it going? Welcome. Hello from Pennsylvania. Hey, C. Nixon, how is it going? New Orleans notary buddy. Oh, okay, that's my NOLA notary buddy. I was like, did we talk before? Hey, look, we have another NOLA notary in here as well. Look, y'all need to connect. You got to scroll up and see who it was, because the thing keep on jumping, so I can't go to them. So if you both are in here, reintroduce yourselves and connect. Reintroduce yourselves and connect. Let me see. Non-biased. Oh, dang. Let me like power through these questions, because we almost at the time. Hello from Georgia. Miss Antoinette, how's it going? Hey, Miss Antoinette, look, if you're not in the, everybody, not just her, but my Georgia Notary Buddies, y'all know I got a special place for you. If you're not in the free Notary Buddy community, click on my profile and go to the link in my bio. There is gonna be, it's gonna open up a Linktree looking page, right? It's a first button in there. Click on that. That is the invite to the notary community. Please answer the questions. Please let me know you're in Georgia, because once you get you get access to the entire notary community. It's free. And I'll never sell you nothing up in there. And then secondly, I have a closed group just inside that community, just for my Georgia notary buddies, because if y'all didn't hear me explain all the ways we can go to jail, that's what that group is for, to keep you out of jail, right? And to help you grow your business, right? That's the number one thing. Help you grow your business and keep you out of jail along the way. Just because Georgia is a little bit difficult when it comes to notaries, being a notary. So far it's cool. I know it's gonna get harder. Your girl is determined. Cool. Oh, Miss Angela was responding to her paralegal studies. I'm excited for you on that. Let's see. Next question. Who is that? Naomi? I got you, sis. I got you. I'll make sure I add you to the Notary Buddy community. Probably time for a water break so I can start adding people. Miss Antoinette, welcome. Already said. Miss Pookie, I'm just gonna call you Miss Pookie. You're over in Mississippi. Perfect. Who is that? Beautifully crafted. Are you in Mississippi as well? Is that why you guys chatting? If you are, connect. I'm in Nevada and a new notary. Thanks for doing these. Absolutely, Miss JoJo. Miss Lovely, the lovely JoJo. You're absolutely welcome. Hey, look, one thing that I learned recently over in Nevada, you guys can become. Yeah, is it Nevada? Yeah. I think you guys can become, look, don't add more stuff to your plate if you're just starting out. Become an amazing notary first. But you guys can perform. You guys can do document drafting, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool, because you have no idea how many clients call and say, hey, I need a power of attorney, and I chat with them and all this kind of stuff. And they're like, can you draft it for me? I'm like, absolutely, I cannot. You either need to go to an attorney or you need to find your own, because I cannot do that for you, because in Georgia, that's considered unauthorized practice of law. But out there, I think you guys can do that. You just got to get certified, and there's training and all that kind of stuff. Excuse me, because I know two of my notary buddies just went through that process. I need to interview them to ask so y'all can know how it goes, right? Jessica Rabbit, yep. Miss Gracie said, what's an apostille? Can you explain that a little bit more? Miss Gracie, that is a bigger topic. Let's touch on it real quick. So an apostille, just real quick definition, is, if nobody already answered it for you, it is when the client has the intent to use a document outside of the country, outside of the USA. And so those documents must go through an apostille process, which is a certification process. Each state handles it a little bit differently. But generally speaking, We have documents that need to be notarized and ones that do not need to be notarized, right? This is the state level. There's also the federal level, right? But that's completely different. But on a state level, if you have a document that needs to be notarized, so the notary will meet with the client, get it notarized if it hasn't already been notarized, right? And then us as apostille facilitators, that's what we call ourselves. A lot of notaries act as apostille facilitators because a lot of documents need to be notarized. Let me clear this up. Do you need to be a notary to be an apostille facilitator? Absolutely not. My 18-year-old sister can be an apostille facilitator. She just became a notary. Look, everybody in my family a notary. I mean, everybody become a notary, right? We all notaries. My dad's the only one that's not one yet. I guess I have one other sister that's not a notary, but because she works 2 jobs and so she don't got the time. But as soon as she loses one of them jobs, she gonna be a notary, right? What was I saying? So that's what an apostille for, right? Is to get a level of certification to be accepted in other countries. My notary buddies and the notary community, you guys asked me for examples of a cover page of an apostille. I'm working on it. I was uploading those into the community before I got on. All I have to do is switch the button and toggle it on, but I want to give you guys more information first, right? I want to give you more information on that. So it'll be in the learning tab, and there's going to be a course tile that says example documents. And what you will see in there are ones that I've done. So whatever you see is going to be my example. But again, they all going to look very similar. There's 10, maybe 11 things that are required for an apostille cover page. Every state will have those 10 things for sure. And I think there's an 11th one. I'm looking at all the ones I've done to see if that actually is true or if Georgia just being extra. So that's going to be in there. You guys will see an example of what a apostille cover sheet is called. I don't remember the official name of it, but it's the page that goes on the top of the apostille. So you guys will see that. So hopefully that answered your question about what an apostille is. I know I went off a little bit, but yeah, they're amazing. It's another branch in the notary business that you can follow. That's what I do in my business. I do notary work and I do apostille. That's it. I do nothing else. I used to do field inspections. I did live scan fingerprinting. I did ink fingerprinting. I am ordained. I'm an ordained minister to be able to do wedding officiating. I cut all of it out. It was too distracting for me. Can you make good money? Yes. So those notaries that say, hey, you can make 5 to 10 grand a month or even more, they do all of those things. That's fine. I am not shooting that down. I just don't have the mental wherewithal to do all of those things because I'm a organized system freak, and running 7 businesses means I got to build 7 systems. Because I don't build half-ass systems, right? So my brain just does not work that way. I can't do it. So I cut it all out. And so all I do now is apostille and notary work. That's it. And within the notary space, I do my general notary work and I focus on estate planning. That's it. Like I said, I don't assist with real estate transactions often at all. And when I do get them, it's one of the people that I built a connection with, one of the clients, and they're like, hey, can you please do this? And I'm like, yep, I got you. I get emails now. I am not even on platforms. I think my credentials are expired on the platforms. I have no intent on updating them at all. So far. Let me go another month with not making money and I'll let y'all know if that changes. Okay, cool. So Miss Gracie, hopefully that helped with an apostille. Puda the Bear, let's say, is hello, newly sworn in notary from Philly. I'll be doing my first notarization tomorrow. Yes. Look, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Puda. Yeah, okay, Puda Bear. I'm gonna need you to come on here tomorrow. I need to start wrapping up pretty soon, but I'm gonna need you to come on here tomorrow and let me know how it goes. And if you're busy and you can't catch me tomorrow, because I'm here Monday through Friday, approximately 7:30, 7:45 is when I start. Eastern time. That's Eastern Coast. That's East Coast time. Join the Notary Buddy community. Let me know how it went over there. Heck, text me. Let me know how it went, because I want to know how your first appointment went. Because we're gonna celebrate. You're gonna be in Philly. I'm gonna be in Georgia. We're gonna celebrate. Let's go through a lot of more of these questions. Hi from Miss. Who is this? Andy. Andy says from Louisiana. Can I have a suggestion on how to start with apostilles? I had my certification last June. Look, this is what confuses me. You say LA. Are we talking about Louisiana, LA, or are you talking about Los Angeles, California, LA? I'm just curious. Just question is if you're still here, Andy. Let me know. And when you say certification, did you take somebody's course and get a certification? Because education has a place. I believe we all should be educated. But when people are out here saying, "Hey, take my course to get a certification for apostilles," that is not a thing. I can make, and some of y'all asked me for it, and I never did it because I think it's ridiculous. But I can go to Canva, create a certificate, and slap your name on it and say, "Hey, you just took my 30-minute apostille class, and now you're certified to do apostilles." It's a made-up thing. It really is. But if you take it and it's good education, nothing can replace great education. But don't take it because somebody told you need a certification. You don't. So let me know which LA you're talking about first of all. But overall, how to get your first apostille? I'll answer that real quick. Start marketing for it. Google business profile. That's the easiest way. That's how I get my business. That's how I get my business. Google business profile. I market about apostilles. Los Angeles. Okay, perfect. No, don't say you're bad. Oh, notary certification. Okay, good. I thought you paid somebody for an apostille certification, Andy. I was gonna drive to LA and go and fight whoever you paid. I'm joking. I wouldn't. I don't fight. I can't. But for you, I will. But okay, good. You got commissioned. Got it. You got your notary commission recently. So the way to get that business, get educated, first of all. Hey, Artisha, how's it going, girl? Get educated, right? Get yourself educated. What does that mean? There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there selling courses. I've partnered with people and sold apostille courses, but they not $600. They're not $700. They're not $400, because it depends on the kind of learner you are. It depends on the kind of learner you are, right? Get educated first. You either go through a course, or or you can self-educate. The good thing that comes with a course, you get that person's experience, right? You get their experience, and you may get some connections. That's a good thing about a course. Not all courses are created equally. I'll stop talking about it. But some people sell you a course and you don't get no kind of community, you don't get no kind of connection. I'm like, just so you're aware, when I buy a course, I'm not buying the course because of the information. I'm buying your Rolodex. That's what I'm buying. That's how I look at courses. I'm being 100% honest. I'm buying who you know in your phone. That's what I'm buying. And if that don't come with it, then don't buy that course. But when I say self-learn, go to the California Secretary of State website and look up apostille. Their website will literally tell you step by step on how to do it. This is the thing. No matter what course you take, the courses I've taken, I can't speak for every course out there. The courses I've taken, they teach you how to do the research. You still got to do the research. Miss Pookie, you hear that? I'm buying your Rolodex, right? But you can say I'm dating myself, and I'm from Louisiana, and I learned that Louisiana, from the part that I lived in, we were always a decade behind people. We're behind everywhere else in the country, right? And so I say stuff that people are like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "I'm not old." It's like, people say this, right? They're like, "No, no one says that." I'm like, "Oh, that went out of style 15 years ago." I'm like, "I ain't know," but the courses will teach you how to do the research, which is extremely important. But go to the website. If I get an apostille request right now for Louisiana, what do I have to do? I've taken 3 courses. I've spent a lot of money on apostille courses. I got to go to Louisiana Secretary of State or talk to one of my notary buddies that's in Louisiana. But I am going to go to Louisiana Secretary of State. I'm going to take that phone call from the client. But absolutely, I can assist you. What you got? Do my questionnaire. Get off the phone with them. Go straight to Louisiana Secretary of State website. Do my research. What do I need to perform this apostille correctly? Right? Straight up, that's what I do. And to make it go, depending on their time frame, the client's time frame, and then the processing in Louisiana, because I'm in Georgia, I got to send it over there, right? Depending on their processing time frame and their processing process, if they accept walk-ins, I'm gonna say, "Hey, notary buddies in Louisiana, which one of y'all are close to the Secretary of State?" They'll tell me. I'm like, "Hey, cool. I'm about to ship you some documents. I need this taken over there and processed and sent back to me." I'm not trying to make it sound extremely easy, but the process is fairly simple and straightforward. As long as you know how to do research, you're comfortable with working and navigating through research, and a number one thing, as long as you know how to be a notary, that is the biggest thing, right? Every state, the notarial laws differ. I get that, right? But at the base core, we're all the same. Like a notary is a notary. Your state may have something special. My state may throw some glitter on it. But when we pull it off, we're still a notary. Let me get through some more of these questions. And what you so 7 Pro 77. Hello from Georgia, new notary. Look, if you haven't heard me already, go join the Notary Buddy community, so we can talk a lot more in detail with Georgia stuff there. Again, go to my profile. There's a link in my bio. Click on the first button. That will get you into that's the invite to the Notary Buddy community. Please answer the questions. Let me know you're a Georgia notary or becoming a Georgia notary, so I can put you in the Georgia group. Because otherwise, you're just gonna get access to the whole group, which is fine, but you won't see the specific Georgia answers and questions, right? Because y'all know I like to keep y'all out of jail. I gotta keep myself out of jail. So in turn, I'm gonna help keep y'all out of jail. I see you lurking. Hey, new here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Miss Gracie, thank you. Your advice is so helpful. Miss Gracie, I'm glad I can help. I'm glad I can help. Let's make sure I show my notary buddies over on TikTok, not TikTok, Facebook and YouTube some love. Okay, we're good over there. Other questions, other questions. Hey, Miss Peaches, how's it going? You probably commented a minute ago, but I'm just barely seeing it. Notary in Tennessee and Kentucky. Oh, who is this? Shells Bells? Oh, cool. Look, y'all better talk to these dual commission notaries. They know something we'll know. So how's it going, Miss Peaches? Tasmania? Okay. During the signing, I'm always confused as to which documents supposed to be notarized. How do I know? Ms. Taz, that comes from a lack of education and training in that particular space. I'm not saying it to be mean or rude. That's just not me. But because again, I said, if you know how to be a notary, you gonna know what needs to be notarized, right? Because here's the easiest, not everything is gonna be dry and cut. But when it comes to loan documents, I love it because they are dry and cut, because if they need to be notarized, at the bottom it's gonna say it's gonna have a notarial block, right? And it's gonna say something along the lines of so and so, the person, the signer, appeared before me, or signed and or sworn and signed before me, or something like that. And it's gonna say notary signature, notary seal. So that makes it very easy. Will all of them have that level of detail? No, they won't. But when it comes to, just because you specifically said it, when it comes to loan documents, you're always confused on what do we need to notarize. Look, if it don't have a notarial block there, you ain't notarizing it. That's just a really straightforward question. I mean, straightforward answer. But don't think that I know every document in there that needs to be notarized either. I just know how to be a great notary, and I say, oh, this document needs to be notarized, I will notarize it. But if you ask me, hey, in a loan package, what 7, 10 documents need to be notarized? I don't know, right? It was like, I don't know. Because I don't build a business off of memorizing documents, right? I build my business off of knowing how to be an amazing notary. And if I see it and it says notarize it, I'm gonna notarize it. But maybe I just thought about it. Maybe you're asking, you see that, because I should have asked you more questions before I tried to prescribe a solution, right? You probably see those documents that need to be notarized, and maybe the confusion is, which side do I notarize on, right? Because if you're doing a split closing, you may notarize documents and they have to be sent off to the other party to get notarized. You always notarize the party who was appearing physically in front of you, or virtually in front of you if you're allowed to do RON, right? So maybe that helps as well. Are there any platforms for people who are not signing agents? Danielle, those platforms that are big for signing agents, they sometimes will send out general notary work or estate planning as well, because they have to shift as well, because the real estate market is just slowing down. It is what it is, right? Is slowing down, so they have shifted their business. Is it always there? No. But that's how I've received some assignments that way, from estate planning and also general notary work. But if you are looking, I don't know, I can't remember where you're located. Don't get mad at me. But if you're looking to do, you're not acting as a notary public, but if you are in a state that allows you to complete I-9s as I-9 as an authorized representative, pardon me, N3 is a platform that they will send only I-9s out on. That's employment verification documents. And that is the N as in Nancy and the number 3. I don't know if it's n3.com, .net, something. So just Google N3, sign up for them. They may be accepting people in your area. I've been signed up for them for 3 years, and I have not gotten anything because my area is oversaturated with notaries out here in Gwinnett County on their platform. Do I still get I-9s all day? Not all day. I still get them, right? Because I mark it on my Google Business. I mark it on my Google Business profile to those to get that type of work. Who is this? AKA social worker. Say you joined the community but didn't see a code in time. Look in your email. It's probably gonna go into spam. But look, I don't know why it's asking y'all for a code. I don't know. I'm being honest with you. I should know. I don't know. If you are still having issues, I did drop. This is over on TikTok. I did drop my Notary Buddy text number. I'm trying to find it again, and I'll drop it one more time. I did drop that in the chat over on TikTok. If you are still having issues, if you tried to go get in and for whatever reason you can't find the code, it's not in your spam, it's not in your promotions folder, because again, it is coming from a CRM system, and sometimes your email may flag it as spam or promotion. Go ahead and text the Notary Buddy. I need to know your first, last name, and your email address. Look, please, everybody, don't do it. If you can get in easily, please do it that way. Because I have to manually add every person that does it this way. But I know it's like 1 out of every 50 I'm seeing, or maybe like 1 out of every 30. Every 30 to 40 person, 1 out of every 30 to 40 person is having issues. And so I have to manually add them. So don't get lazy and just have me do it because you're lazy. But who's that? Who was I just talking to? I just put the text number again on TikTok. That is my Notary Buddy text line. And you can call me, but text me first before you call. Even though I say something different in the beginning, right? Let me know. Give me your first, last name, and your email address that you want to use to sign up for the community, and I will manually put you in. It will send you another email, but you don't need a code at that point. It's only sending very few people codes. I don't understand why. Ms. Gracie, you're in Gwinnett County also. Cool. Like I said, I'm in Swanee. So look, oh, let me say this one thing. I got to power through the rest of these questions because they piling up. I'm going to get through as many as I can in the next 10 minutes, and then we're done. Miss Gracie and my Georgia Notary Buddies, I am planning a spring social. I do a spring social every year. This will be the 3rd annual spring social. I'm planning one. We're going to be in a Duluth area. Normally, I will reserve a space and I'll cater it. We'll have fun. We'll have trainers that come in and we'll go over stuff. I keep people in their lane, right? I'll train. And this last year, I had 3 other trainers apart from myself. It's a lot to coordinate. However, we gonna be in Duluth and Gwinnett County this year because I moved around, right? We did the first in Lawrenceville. We did the second one last year. We were in Atlanta in the Sandy Springs area. I'm staying closer to home this time, but I'm gonna go to Duluth because that's where Bahama Breeze is. We gonna go to Bahama Breeze. I'm gonna try to make sure that we get a space where we're kind of secluded from everyone else so we can talk and all this kind of stuff. We ain't doing a PowerPoint. We ain't gonna have none of that this time around. We will have printouts though for you to take home, but I'm gonna make it more social. Even though it's called the spring social, it was social and training. We still gonna do training, but we ain't doing the PowerPoint and all that kind of stuff because I ain't got time to put all that together. Let's be for real. And I don't have time to pay for a venue, so or cater. But it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it is fun. It's just I don't have the extra overhead, the money to spend on the overhead because I always eat the cost and it's too much. Your boy ain't got it like that yet. Not anymore. I closed my real estate business down, so I ain't got the extra money. It ain't flowing like milk and honey like it used to. Who is this? Miss Pam says you're in Florida. I did see you gave me your name, Miss Deidre. Let me give me a second. I'll get to it because I'm on multiple devices. I'll just copy and paste it when I get to it on my computer. C. Nixon said diversification in the notary business is crucial. So many avenues you can explore. Absolutely. Look, I have another take on that as well. Absolutely diversify, but I don't know who coined this phrase, and I don't know if I particularly like it, but it's nail it before you scale it, right? Become a damn good notary before you try to branch off into these other things, right? I know becoming a field inspector does not, or doing the type of field inspections that we talk about, right? Not a certified field inspector, but doing field inspections is super easy, right? You don't have to be a notary to do that. However, focusing on that takes away from your focus as a notary. So any new business you open up or new pursuit is gonna detract from one of the other. Because I don't know about y'all, but I can focus really well, and when I'm on something, I can get that task done. But I've never learned how to focus on two things at once. Maybe y'all can call it the male chromosomes in my body, whatever you want to call it. But I've never been able to focus on two things at once efficiently. Because y'all gonna get sick of me saying that word. My other half gets sick of me saying efficient. I'm like, that's not efficient. That's not efficient. To do three things at once, that's not efficient. I can still give me an hour to do three things, but I will work on each thing for 25 minutes and get it done. Right? That's not how math works. I'll work on each thing for 20 minutes. That's an hour. Oh man, let me breeze through these questions. I gotta add 2 minutes to the timer because I went off tangent. Who this? Oh my word. Look. I appreciate it. Y'all gotta stop putting questions in here. Hey, Miss Pam. Peace, God, sending positive energy your way today. Thank you, Chris. I'm accepting all kind of peace, positive energy. Peace and positive energy. Miss Gracie, thank you for your honesty. What do you find most profitable and worth your time as a notary? For me and my business right now, because I'm in Georgia, you are as well. General notary work is the most profitable for me because here in Georgia, I'm speaking quickly to get through the question, but here in Georgia, we do not have a cap on travel and convenience. Other states, they have a cap. They can only charge the 60 or 70 cents now. They can only charge the IRS rate of 70 cents plus the cost of their notary stamp. Our notary stamp in Georgia is $2. $2. So if somebody was 6 miles away, that's there and back, I'm charging 70 cents times 6 and $2 if there's only one notary stamp. If there's 5, then I can charge 10. But that's not lucrative. That does not pay for my gas to leave the house, right? And so in Georgia, we're not dictated to only charge the state or the IRS rate. So we can charge, we can choose our travel. I still say charge the IRS rate. But also I charge a convenience fee as well. The convenience of, y'all know me, if you're new here, don't get shocked. But I am charging you, the client, the convenience of putting on pants and leaving my house. That's what I'm charging you for. My lady notary buddies, many of them have said it. They in Georgia, they charge, I can't say we, because that's not me. They charge for the convenience of putting on a brassiere and leaving the house. So Georgia, we can do that. But I just quickly answer this as well. When it comes to mileage in my business, within the first 10 miles, I charge the IRS rate, right? I still charge a convenience fee, but I charge IRS rate. As soon as we go above that 10 miles, from that 11 mile to the 15th, I got to look on my website because I don't remember what it is. I charge $1, whatever the IRS rate is times 2. I charge, and I make it like even, so it'll be $1. So that's $1.40. So it'll be $1.50 at this point. When I'm doing anything above, let's say that was a 15 to 20. If I'm doing a 21 first mile and above, I'm charging like $2.20, $2.25. I have to change it now because I memorized the 67 cents, but since it's 70 cents, I need to recalculate it. But I think that's mine. And yes, it's extra. It costs so much work, but I charge it in tiers. So for the first 10 miles, they get charged 67 cents. For the 16th mile to the 20th mile, they get charged that 150. And then anything above, they get charged the rest, right? I do tier it that way because that's how I choose to run my business. And also, if I'm ever audited for any reason, that's a clear delineation of I didn't charge them that because I felt like it that day. I charge them that because that's what my business, like operation standards are. That's why I do that. And so sometimes, like when somebody calls and be like, "Oh, hey, I'm 19 miles away. What's your rate?" I'm like, "Dang it, now I got to calculate the rate." However, this is what I normally do. I know what my business is, right? If they say, "Hey, it's a power of attorney. I'm X. This is my address." I look it up. They're 19 miles away. I know that I need to calculate a little bit extra for mileage, but I know for me, my bare minimum for a power of attorney is 75. So I start at 75, right? And then I do the calculation quickly if I can. And if I can't, I sometimes, very rarely, I will overquote and I will adjust it. Because that's my mentality of business. I'm like, okay, now I got to do this. I say that now I can't do the math quickly in my head, but let's just say it comes out. I say for a power of attorney for me starts at 75. End of story. So I'll quote them. I don't need to bring a witness or anything like that. So let's just say, y'all, I'm just throwing numbers out there. I'll quote them 115. And if that's too high, I'll bring it down. I'm like, okay, you know what? I did tell you 115, but hey, I'm feeling happy today, or I'm being generous today. I really like you. Let's go ahead and bring it down to 100. When all the time it was like $98.53. Right? So that's how I operate my business. Okay, I really got to stop talking and just answer these questions. Thinking about fingerprinting too, Miss Peaches, awesome. Look, that's another thing you remember. You just got to build a real business around it. If you're going to be doing ink fingerprinting, that is a lot easier than the live scan. Because look, I made that mistake and I decided to do. I say mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was a mistake for me. I decided to do live scan fingerprinting. I got stuck at the office. Remember, in Georgia, I make my money on travel and convenience fees. But if I'm stuck at the office and I have to drive all my notary traffic to the office, that literally cuts my business production, my revenue, my ability to produce revenue. It cuts it minimum 50%. I was looking at my numbers at one point in time and it was like I was losing 50 to 75% of revenue by making all of my clients meet me at the office because I had to stay stationary to do those dang on fingerprints. And it just was not lucrative. Fingerprinting was not lucrative enough for me because I had Philprint right down the street, right? That's the Georgia's approved fingerprinting. And then I had the arms store. Literally, here's my office. Here's the arms store. I'm talking Pew Pews, right? We're in Georgia. Remember where I live. There was a store right here. It took 3 minutes to walk from my door to their door. They did fingerprinting as well. And so it just was not lucrative enough for me. And I was losing money hand over fist. So I cut it out and I went mobile again. So hopefully that answered your question, Miss Gracie. Let's see. Oh, you were asking Miss C. Nixon to expound upon something. I don't know what it was. Let's see. I'm thinking about getting a magnet for my car. Any tips on who I contact? Miss Angela, I'm not 100% sure. Hold on. Miss Marilyn says she's gonna call me about the spring social. You think we can do a network on that? Do you know how many people attend my spring socials? Sorry, Miss Marilyn. I'll get back to you, Miss Angela, quickly. Miss Marilyn, over on Facebook, my spring socials, I don't have more than 20 people there just because of the space that I reserve, right? Because the first one was at my office, my actual notary office, and 10 people is bursting the seams. Then the next one, I think we had 21 people total because that was at my real estate office, and that was bursting the seams because I bring tables for people to sit and chairs and all that kind of stuff, right? So they've been very small. But if I do, that's why I was planning on Bahama Breeze. We can get as many people in there as we want, right? I won't limit it. You know what? I lied. I did do a brunch outside of this notary social, and I think I had about 20 20, 25 people there as well. But again, I did that at a restaurant and there was no cap, right? But again, Bahama Breeze, I'm not going to try to partner with them or anything like that. And we can talk about it, right? Because I don't want them to think that I'm going to bring 50 people there so they can give me a discount on the food, but then they're expecting me to spend 50 people's amount of food. I got before. Ain't doing that. Because guess who has to make up the difference? So, Miss Angela, when it's talked about magnet, I don't know. Let's drop that in the community and let's see, because I got my car magnet from a very, very cheap website. I got 2 magnets for $17. Was the quality fantastic? No, it's not the best quality. I mean, a magnet is a magnet, but like the printing on there was a little bit fuzzy. But again, who's standing this close to look at my magnet? I'm on the freeway going 95. If they still caught it and took a picture and then did it did its job, right? So I my mom personally spent like $90 on her magnets. The calls still come in. So I'm like, I can spend $90 or I can spend $17 and still get phone calls. So we all know, maybe I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm cheap on that. So ink fingerprinting. Okay, there's a Notary Buddy phone number. I posted again. Let's see. I signed up for a notary community. Kayla. Okay, Miss McCool, I did see you in there. New Jersey Notary over here. What's up? Who is that? Nana? Welcome. Miss Candy, you're out in Tennessee. I love that we have so many candies. So yeah, Miss Candy, make sure you connect with our other Tennessee Notary buddies on here. I hate that the lawyers have y'all under lock and key. They do, Miss Candy. They do. They have us by the chokehold out here in Georgia. I.e. real estate planning, field inspection. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. I love it. Who is this? Miss Abina, you're out in Douglasville. Look, I have another notary buddy out in Douglasville. She is crushing it. She works almost exclusively with estate planning attorneys, and she puts me to shame. I need to get her on here one night. She puts me to shame on how she runs her business. So look, it's out. The work's out there. The work is out there. Mr. Bina, if you didn't already, join the Notary Buddy community. The free Notary Buddy community, go to link in my bio, click on that page, it'll bring you to a link tree. Looking page, click on the first button. This is for everybody. You're all welcome, right? But since you are Abina out in Georgia, make sure you do that because I'll put you in the closed section of that group for our Georgia Notary Buddies. Okay, you guys talking back and forth to each other. I'm in South Georgia, signed and stamped. Make sure you join it as well, the Notary Buddy community. Blue, you are the only person that says apostille correctly. I appreciate it. I don't know if I say it right, but look, I tell people it don't matter how I say it because the process is still the same, right? I know I've heard multiple different ways of it said, but in the French to English translation, it is apostille. If you want to say apostille, you can say that way. Some people, I've heard apostille. I've heard something. But I speak English, and therefore when I translate words into English, I say it in the English pronunciation. Bluefay, you're welcome. You're welcome for something I did. Miss Pookie, you're welcome as well. C. Nixon, I know that's right. I've got 2 aunts and uncles who are notaries, many signing services, right? If I can refer business out and keep that money in the family, I will do it. LA, my bad. Dang, I am behind. I gotta skip through some of these. I'm glad. Don't get friend. Okay, cool. Love self-education with course mentor validation. Absolutely. I did take courses. I did it for speed. I paid for courses for speed, Miss McCool. I really did. But again, on top of that, I had to self-educate so much. I really did. Because I'm like, I don't know if what you're telling me is right. You were shaky on it, which makes me doubt you. And now I'm going to doubt myself. And I got bills to pay. So I went self-educated additionally. And I'm going to be honest with you. I wish I would have done it first. Because of the kind of learner that I am, I wish I would have done that first and then went and paid somebody to fill in the gaps. Because I would have saved a lot of money. Because y'all don't know. If I haven't said it on this live, but I will. Out of all the notary education that I have taken over the last 3.5 years, I am at over $5,000 in notary education. Because one, I'm an easy sell, and 2, I kept buying stuff and I didn't need it. Because once I self-educated myself, I did a way better job than some of the educators out there. So yes, buying a Rolodex. Yes, Miss Pookie, buy you a Rolodex. Buy one. Like, what's the modern? This is my phone cover, but this is our modern day Rolodex, right here, our phones. I'm buying your course and tell so you can tell me who's in there. Where in Louisiana are you from? Lake Charles native here. Oh, Miss Cool. Originally I'm from. Oh, you're from Lake Charles. Originally, I am from a tiny city. Well, it's officially a city now. It used to be a town when I was growing up. It's called Faraday, and it's Ferry, Ferriday, Louisiana. That's where I'm originally from. But I grew up most half of my childhood, let's say it that way, in the city in New Orleans. So Nolans, that's where my peoples are from. And Faraday is only like 90 minutes north of the city, so it's not far at all. And it's only 90 minutes because the speed limit's 50. I grew up in a place where the street, like the speed limit in the town is 25. And so going 50 is real fast. So it took us 90 minutes to get to the city. Google is definitely your friend most of the times, especially for apostille. Absolutely. Secretary of State website of best knowledge, except Puerto Rico. You ain't never lying. You ain't never lying, Miss Angela. Some of the websites be driving me crazy. Do you recommend an apostille course, Miss Mel? I don't know if you're still here, but my girl Ebony has a recorded course. Oh, y'all gotta hurry up and get in there. I don't know if she's still doing it, but Ebony with Business RX, y'all done made her mad, so she's done with coursing and teaching. But she has a live apostille course. I think she'll sell you the recording. I start with her because it's very affordable. May not be your style of learning, but her courses don't exceed $50 most of the time, right? And she always give you a coupon code to bring her course down to $27 because she doesn't need the money. She just wants you to have the education, right? So that's one. That's Ebony Locke with Business RX. She's on TikTok as well. Another course that I have taken is Judy Lawrence with Lawrence Institute for Notaries. That's LIN. So that's Lawrence Institute for Notaries. Google her. Her course is probably the more expensive. You know, I don't even know what she charges. When I paid for it, it was a lot. I think the price has dropped now because of the partnerships and all that kind of stuff that she's in. So the price has significantly dropped. So, but it's a couple $100, 200, 300, maybe something in there. I paid a lot more and it's worth it, right? Because she has ongoing. Every Tuesday she does a call purely about apostilles. So there's another course I took. I'm not gonna mention it because it pissed me off, and it was $1,700, and I ain't learned jack crap, nothing in there, because it was very poorly presented. And who else do I recommend? So I was trying to give you guys 3 options. Who are my notary buddies that y'all recommend out there? Go ahead and drop it in the chat so she can have that as well. But yeah, that's who I recommend. Those are 2, I guess, I have on top of my head. You're welcome, Miss Andy, or Andy. I don't know if it's Miss or Mr. Andy. 21. What's up, Levez? I haven't seen you in a minute. Hi, new here. Can you talk about notary insurance? Any recommendation? We're gonna have to talk about that tomorrow. I don't have enough time, but just real quick, look at the NNA. They're not the end all be all. Start with whoever you have your insurance through, and see if you can get notary insurance through them. I just renewed my policy and I'm over with Hiscox. They are a little bit more pricey, but Buy Burke is also another option. I think they are the most pricey, but the NNA has an insurance that they can go through, and also check whoever you have your car insurance through, your home insurance, your rentals insurance, see if they have an options for you, because it's E&O insurance. And E&O is errors and omissions insurance. That's what E&O stands for, because I just saw that popped up. I joined the community, we didn't see the code in time. Oh, we already talked about that. Oh, your code is there and it's expired. Miss Deidre, if you missed the phone number, make sure you text me, because when I end this, everything goes away, right? So make sure you text me on the Notary Buddy line, because I need your name and your email address to make sure I manually put you in if you're having that code issue. Miss Miss Kim Lockhart. Hey, how's it going? You're probably long gone by now. It took me a minute. I got a sticker from Etsy. Okay, Miss Pookie got her magnet from Etsy. That's a good place to get it. Jamil, how's it going, sir? Good evening to you as well. Whew. Miss Angela, That's not a bad price at all. I'll post in the community for sure. Okay, cool. And once I look it up, Miss Angela, I'll share exactly the link that I got it from. So Etsy, Zazzle, I did a different company, and your local print shops can help you as well, but they will be more expensive, which is fine because that's supporting a local business. Miss Gracie said, "What E&O insurance do you recommend? Do you have a surety bond?" Hey, Miss Gracie, out here in Georgia, we do not need a surety bond. And like I say, we can talk about insurance a lot later on another call. But like I just mentioned, check with NNA. I have Hiscox. There's By Birkin or BIBE. I don't know. BIBIRK, maybe. Google them. Those are like industry standards. And like I said, check what your own already, whoever you have insurance through. They may have a department that can cover you. And a lot of them won't, but it never hurts to check. Will Oh, okay, Will. Miss Angela, I need to connect with Will. You brought him up before, and I have no idea who that is. I need to connect with Will because I've never. And also Christian Munguia. He's out in California. He has an apostille course. Sorry, I know somebody asked me that way earlier about apostille in California, but Chris Munguia. And if you're in California, I will recommend him. I've never taken his course. The only reason I recommend him, I ain't lying to you, because that man got a Rolodex, right? He has connections. Pay for his course for his connections. The education is a byproduct, because I know California can be a little bit tricky. But Chris Munguia, yeah, Christian is good too. He's on TikTok and he is XRIS because X means Chris, right? Christian. So Chris, I forgot it. It was I just mentally saw it and I forgot it. But it's probably Chris underscore Munguia or something like that. Do not ask me how to spell it. But he's on TikTok as well. So Will Usuri, I don't know how you say it, but he is with Exceptional Notary. I've written this down before, but I need to look into it. Because look, if Ms. Angela recommended it, then it got to be good. Exceptional Notary. What is his pricing like? Is it a couple $100 or is it like, don't tell me exactly what it is because they can always change their price. But like, where does he hover? Exceptional Notary. Apostille course. Okay, for real, y'all. Let's start landing this plane because I think I made it to finally the bottom of the questions. Ms. Gracie, you are always welcome. 21 Velez, you are welcome as well. Miss K Lockhart, I appreciate you still being here. I took Will's course. He's in California. Oh, that's good. He's in California. That's good to know. California. 175, but you get a lot with it. Yeah, you were telling me all the resources that he gives for that price. So yeah, and you guys, 175 may seem like a lot, but that is not. Take it from somebody that pays $1,700 and ain't get Jack Rabbit. 175 is not bad, but look, if you don't have it, start with the self-education. Go to the websites, right? Go out there and do what you got commissioned to do. Go out there and stamp that paper. Oh, good. Miss Peaches put Chris's thing in here. See, I told y'all don't ask me to spell it. I would have never been able to spell that. But go do what you got commissioned to do to become a notary. Stamp some documents, and every notarization, put $5 to the side, put $10 to the side. Then you get that 175 or whatever the amount is, go take that person's course, right? Because I know some of y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. You're gonna put it on a credit card. That's fine. I did it in the beginning. That's how I was able to spend so much on education so quickly because I put it on a credit card. But I had to go work my butt off to pay those credit cards down because, again, I'm out here charging $40 per notarization appointment. $5,000, that's a lot of $40 stamps. So please, don't take my route. Unless you're smarter than me and got more money than I do. You can do what you want to do. But go stamp that paper and put $5, $10 aside, then go pay for that course. But in the meantime, self-educate, show up here. I give free game. Join my Notary Buddy community. I do have free education over there as well. And I can say this. Not all free education is worth it or created equally. I make sure my stuff is good, right? And if it's not, call me out. Be like, hey, Ladero, By the way, y'all, that's my name. It's Ladero. Ladero, yo crap was crap. And I was like, oh crap, I'll go fix the crap, right? I'll fix the crap part out of it. But as you guys can see how I do this, the courses are like that. I go into detail, sometimes unnecessary detail, but you get it. Because I want you to grow and go out there and grow your business. But that's it, y'all. I didn't even take a decent amount of water break yet, but I'm about to land this plane. Facebook, I did not forget about you guys. Somebody said I use printingforlocal.com. They have amazing prices and their quality of work is also amazing. The owner communicates directly with you if you need it. So that's another place to get your printing needs. We were talking about magnets for your car. So Miss Tamika said that. Miss Tamika, can you drop that in the community as well? I'm going to create a whole channel for resources for you guys. So that's coming. I just want to make sure that I put stuff in there. But yeah, that's it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like I said, it's time to land this plane. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys share. I'll keep showing up for you. I'm here Monday through Friday, approximately 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I also stream over on Facebook in my closed Facebook group and also on YouTube. I had to remember what it's called. So if y'all ever want to catch a replay, go check it out on YouTube. Please watch it at 2 times the speed because they are long. So as always, y'all, be safe. Always be safe. Always be kind no matter what. And remember, you got this. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye ya.